Hello, beautiful people. It's Dr. John here, and we're up to day 28. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 28. And actually, 28's one of my favourite numbers. I always say 27 to the kids, but 28 is my birthday. So it's a special number for me. And you'll probably have a special number or set of numbers for yourself, which is perfectly fine. But 28 is mine. And on day 28, the challenge, I'm putting the challenge straight up today, is to look at yourself in the mirror every hour and say, I love you. That's it. It's a simple one. You have to mean it though. You need to choose to gift yourself a few moments. Find a mirror. Even use your phone to record it back to yourself. So you can see your face and you can look at yourself in your eyes. Put your hand on your heart. Do your breathing first, your balanced heart breathing. 6 seconds in through your nose, 6 seconds out through your mouth. Remember, we're aligning our parasympathetic and our sympathetic nervous systems to get into coherence and balance, to align our multiple brains, to allow us to actually connect in with our heart space. And your hand on your heart and saying to yourself, I love you. You can say it a few times if you want, but every hour. Set your alarm and go and do it. And then journal. What are you feeling? What emotions are coming up? When I get people to do this, many can't. I find it hard, one, to look at themselves in the mirror, just like with the I am statements, and even reading the heart connection, heart challenge oath. Looking at yourself in the mirror, actually seeing who you are. Not just jumping out of the shower, jumping out of the bath, drying yourself, having a shave if you're a guy, and if you've got hair, and I'm lucky enough to have a little bit of hair on my face still, putting your makeup on or whatever it is that you're doing. And you're doing it because you're in human avatar mode, you're in robot mode, you're in pre-programmed survival mode. Because you've just woken up, you've jumped in the shower, you've had a coffee, whatever your routine is, and you're getting yourself ready for the day. And there's a person that's actually opposite you in that mirror. That's you. It's not anyone else. So when was the last time you actually recognised that person from a heart perspective? And use your eyes to look into your soul, to open up your heart and to start to feel, building that connection with self, going inwards. And it's not an easy journey. As I keep saying, feelings and emotions, especially those feelings and emotions that we don't want to go near because we've locked them away for good reason, they're like nuclear waste. You can put them in a barrel, you can bury them in the ground, you can cover them in cement, concrete, whatever. But over time, they break down and they escape and they release. And they'll manifest in your life in other areas if you don't release them. They're not healed. They may well leave a scar, a lasting scar, an emotional scar, a psychological scar, a spiritual scar. And that's okay, because we're all wounded. But you need to heal. And I would prefer, me personally, to go through my life covered in my scars knowing that I've been able to heal and release and get a better understanding and appreciation of me and who I am, authentically me. And looking in the mirror at yourself isn't a vain or narcissistic trait. If you're doing it from your heart space of compassion and love for yourself, it's a massive difference. It's not an ego-driven thing to do it. Oh, look at me, I'm beautiful, I'm fantastic, I'm awesome, I'm whatever. Well, no. You can see everything because you feel it from your heart space. And in your hidden heart diamond, the very top of that is your connection to source, connection to God, connection to the universe. That comes through your heart, comes through love. So being able to love yourself is really important on this journey. Self-love. It's everywhere. People talk about it. Not many people practice it. Plenty do, don't get me wrong. But if more did, the world would be a completely different place. And that's why this is so important. Because you have to gift yourself an opportunity to do this. So you can be involved in communities, you can be involved in groups where people talk about this, or you might read books, jump online, do meditations, whatever it is that you're doing. And be a part of a group that talks about this, which is great. Get out there and bring people into the fold now. Get them to experience these challenges, to open up their hearts. It's the only way this world is ever going to change. It's just a fact. Because there's instances of compassion and love all around us, but the news media won't report it. Another story for another day. I'm not going to get involved in politics and anything else. It's not what's at issue, it's not what's at stake. The main priority is you going inwards to yourself, recognizing yourself. You're not invisible. And in my programs, and I started my heart amplification program for a group I'm bringing through, a 6-month program, last night. And we were talking about a whole raft of things, and we go into heart existence mirror and, breaking down a whole number of things in regards of how you're living your life and what to look out for as far as the first pillar of this heart existence mirror is health and well-being. Recognising yourself. So that some of these challenges are around that. What are you consuming? Spoke about that the other day. Your self-talk. So you being able to look at yourself and feel, I love you. I love you. And I spoke about the balanced heart breathing a few weeks ago. Doing it, just a gentle tapping as you're breathing out, saying, I love you. I love you. Have you been doing that? The other thing I want to talk about just quickly is boundaries and setting boundaries. Because what's happening is over the past 28 days, you've been opening up your heart space and things have been changing. Your conversations, your interactions with people, one-on-one groups, meetings, are changing. Because they're meant to. Because you're gifting yourself an opportunity to open up your heart space, which means you're starting to get closer to your authentic self, which means those walls that you've built, your Iron Man suit, you're stepping out of it, which gives you an opportunity to set new boundaries for who you are, what you're willing to accept and not accept. When you set these boundaries, you'll know what they are. What you may have been willing to put up with and accept in the past, you're going to look at it and you're going to feel and go, no, it just doesn't work for me anymore. And you're going to find your voice. It's going to come from a deeper place of knowing and understanding. and compassion, because your highest expression of your heart is what again? Compassion. So when you're dealing with people, you're going to be having different conversations because you're valuing yourself now. You're starting to feel who you are. And what you put up with in the past, your human avatar has put up with to survive, you're stepping back and going, no, not anymore. And you're having respectful, integrous conversations with people, setting new boundaries for what you're going to put up with. So behaviours, conversations, discussions, relationships, work dynamics, and everything in between will start coming up, and you're setting your boundaries now. Yep, I'll let you say that, and that's fine. No, you've really transgressed. You've gone past my boundary. And you'll have a conversation. We need to have a chat, because what you just said, what you just did, wasn't acceptable. It's actually never been acceptable. But now, for the first time, I'm valuing me in this relationship, in this partnership, in this work exchange. Please don't do it again. Let's move on. You set your boundary, and you can move your boundary, because you're deconstructing those walls that you built around your heart. Walls are fixed. You have to dismantle them, blast through them, bypass them, tunnel under them, go over them. But you build them so no one can get in or out, including yourself. So you're dismantling those walls around your heart, you're opening it up, and you're saying, no, there's a new boundary here. Do not transgress, because you're valuing you. You're allowing yourself to be vulnerable, because when you open your heart up, you are vulnerable. It's perfectly normal to feel that. So you need to feel safe, and you can adjust those boundaries accordingly. And over time, it will be intuitive for how you do that and how you measure that, because your self-worth and your self-esteem and your self-respect and your knowing of you will increase every day, because the new neural networks that you're setting down, putting in place with the new habits for things like the Heart Connection Challenge and other work that you're doing with yourself around your inner child, about heart connection, about your connection to source, getting your life purpose, getting closer into your hidden heart, finding out the very essence of who you are, and living your life in accordance with what you know and believe you are. It's a deep knowing. It's an understanding. You're aligning your multiple brains. You're gaining wisdom with every choice and every decision. And before, you may have been acting out of pure survival mode and fear, whereas now you're stepping back and saying, okay, I may have reacted a particular way in the past, but I'm not going to do that now, because I know more about me now, and I love me now. So when you see yourself in the mirror, just say, I love you. Really simple thing to say, and feel it and know it, because you're worthy of nothing less. So that's it for day 28. So congratulations, well done. Stay safe, keep smiling, and look at yourself in the mirror every hour and just say, I love you. I know you can do it. So do it. Bye.